everyone, this is Maryam from Crochet Chillpill, and today we want to make this cute chillpill doll. I used these two colors to make it and a black color to shape the eyes. 3mm crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle and marker. So let's get started. To begin, we should make a magic ring the way you just see in the video. Take the short tail in your hand, wrap it around your fingers, make a cross, and take the other side of the strand in your hands. Insert your hook from the right, here, from here to here, and grab it, pull it, twist, and then make a chain. Like this. Now make 6 single crochets inside the ring. Now pull the short tail to close off the ring. And I marked the first stitch in order not to lose it. Every stitch shapes a V which contains front loop and back loop. Now make a slip stitch into the back loop of the first stitch. Grab the yarn, pull it through both loops and make a slip stitch. Row 2, we should make 2 single crochets in each stitch. This stitch that I marked, you should make your first stitch in both loops. You just make the slip stitch into the back loop and other stitches in both loops. At the end of the row, we should have 12 stitches. So I made my 12 stitches and now pull the short tail to close off the ring. Instead of the marker, I want to use a piece of short yarn to mark the first stitch. The first stitch is where I want to make a slip stitch in it. So I place it before the first stitch. Or like this, you can place it into the first stitch. And at the end of row 2, make a slip stitch in back loop of the first single crochet. Row 3, make 1 single crochet in the first stitch which you've marked in both loops, and 2 in next. So 1, 2, 1, 2. At the end of row 3, you should have 18 stitches. And place your strand marker into the first stitch. At the end of each row, make a slip stitch into the back loop of the first single crochet. And the first stitch of the next row will be in both loops of the first stitch. Row 4, make 2 separate single crochets in the first 2 stitches and 2 in next. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. At the end of row 4, you should have 24 stitches. And then make a slip stitch into the back loop of your first single crochet. Row 5 to 12, make 1 single crochet into each stitch with no increases and no decreases. And while you're working, you can hide your tail inside your work, back and forth, like this. And don't cut the yarn because this goes inside and will stuff this part. At the end of row 12, I chain 1 and cut the yarn, and we'll make the other rows with white color. I will attach the new color the way you see in the video. If you made a slip stitch at the end of row 12, unwork it and also unwork the last stitch of row 12. Now work the last stitch of row 12 with blue color, just the first step. Pull the yarn through and then complete it with your white color. And then make a slip stitch in the first stitch of row 12. Now tie these two strands of the old and the new color together and put it inside your work because we'll stuff it. Continue making one single crochet in each stitch from row 13 to 21. With no increases and no decreases, it means you should have 24 stitches in each of the next 9 rows. So I finished my 21st row, and for row 22, we should start decreasing. So at the beginning of row 22, I crochet 2 separate single crochets in the first 2 stitches, and I decrease the next 2. So 1, 1, decrease 2, 1, 1, decrease 2. To decrease, insert your hook, pull your yarn through, insert it into the next stitch, pull your yarn through. You should have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through all 3 loops. And in the beach row, make a slip stitch into the back loop of your first single crochet. Now it's time to start stuffing your chillpill. After stuffing the doll, make 1 single crochet in first stitch and decrease the next 2. So make 1, decrease the next 2, 1, the next 2. Continue doing this all the way around. The next row will decrease 2 by 2. The first 2 stitches, the next 2, and to the end. At the end of this row, we should have 6 stitches. Now we need to stuff it a bit more with fiber fill. And shape it with your hands. Take out your marker, this piece of yarn, chain 1 and cut the yarn, thread your yarn needle because we want to close off this hole. And work your thread this way. And then pull your thread to close off this hole. And then hide and secure your tail. And at the end, hide the tail like this. And shape it with your hands. Sew the eyes and nose and mouth if you want, and you're done. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications. See you in next tutorials. Bye!